Computer. Okay, welcome to Battered and Proud. This is a college football podcast for football geniuses, Mensa level people listen to this podcast. And we have some special guests today. I'm going to introduce one right now. Oh, you know what? Speaking of special guests, I'm the Proud and Battered and Proud. My name's Izzy. We have the Battered over there who is confusing because he's got two different logos on right now. You want to
Hello,
say,
everybody. Yeah, Swami here, ready to go.
okay. And then we've got the one in the middle. He says he's more battered, but I think he's leaning toward being pretty proud.
Oh, he's battered.
And I mean, you can see with his hat. So I don't
So
know.
confused.
But really, the most impressive person that we uh held hostage and made him come on to this podcast is Ernie Koy, and he played for Texas from 1962 to 1964. They won the Southwest Conference title in 62 and 63. Is that right, Ernie? Yeah. And then 1963, they won the title. In 64, he led the team in rushing with 574 yards. He also led in TDs. I don't think it has a number, but he led in touchdowns. Um, One game that's pretty fun. Well, he did tell me like they lost to Arkansas by 1 point, so that was a bummer. And they went on to play the number one Alabama in the Orange Bowl. That's where Ernie had a 79-yard touchdown, which Texas won. They went to victory on that. And he scored another touchdown in there too, but the ultimate score was 21-17, which was a huge upset. Ernie was all Southwest Conference freshman back, Southwest Conference outstanding back, all Southwest Conference second team, All American honorable mention. He won a team award, which was the Longhorn Sportsmanship Award in 1964, and he's in the Texas Hall of Honor. Not too shabby, huh?
Not
And
shabby at
then
all.
and then we in 65 is when Ernie got drafted and went to the NFL and then ultimately became friends with our dad. So, anyway, welcome Ernie. Thanks for joining.
Hey, thank you for inviting me.
We really like that background there.
Okay. Yeah, we have in the background a few of the national championships that Texas has won, and the one that I played in was the first one. So it was 1963.
Okay. And do you know how many national championships Texas A&M has had?
I think it's the one in 1939, isn't
That's
it?
right, Ernie. That's right. So we only have one little logo if we had a sign behind us. It would just be one little sad year. So, if you don't mind, Ernie, this has been a long ride. It's been a rival for many, many years, more so for Texas A&M. I feel like you guys are more you look forward to the OU game a little bit more, but we really look forward to the Texas game. So if you have like any memories from when you played like that you'd like to share, that'd be awesome.
Well, of course, now it's been over 60 years since I played, so I had to really get some go back and my memory to try to remember some of these. But I remember the 64 game. It was tight the first half, and A&M start the third quarter. The uh, center and the quarterback, or maybe it was the punter, messed up on the goal line, and we went in and got them for a safety, which kind of changed the momentum. And then we ended up 26, I think, 7. Uh, but anyway, it's always a spirited game, and um, a lot of rivalries, and it's uh, uh, one of the quick stories. I think when I was growing up, we would always go to the A&M games, and my mother would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and fry chicken, and didn't have any styrofoam or anything like that, but she'd take a bowl and put bread all around it and put her fried chicken warm in there, put the bread on top. And so then we'd eat before the game. And then I remember afterwards, we'd be hungry. We ate the bread in the bowl there to go home then. So then
That's like
they
a she made to go plates before they had to go plates.
and then she had a bowl for the potato salad full of ice. So she had one bowl hot, one bowl cold. And I remember particularly when we were going over to the A&M game, we parked kind of like, I think somewhere maybe where the baseball field is now. And then there was a big ditch and you had to cross the railroad track and then go to the game. Well, my daddy said there was a pipe. He said, now we're not going to walk down about a quarter of a mile to go on the road to go back to the stadium. We're going to walk across the pipe. Well, we had to get mama across there. So she takes her shoes off, gets on the pipe. My daddy got on one side, I got on the other and held her hand, and she walked the pipe. And then we had to do it coming back to the car. So I think, you know, realistically, it's the game is kind of at the end of all this, but I think everybody's memories are building up to the game and things that what families did or what you did the year before and that thing. Because I got to thinking today, those are the memories that I remember us getting ready for the game. I don't know, remember the score or what, what we saw, but getting mama on the pipe and over to the game and her fried chicken. I certainly remember that.
That's
So,
not that's really a nice spread if she was able to get fried chicken and potato salad. I don't think we ever got to ha partake in anything like that when we went to that game. And you're lucky y'all didn't lose her to the circus after she learned how to tightrope on that pipe there. Ernie, when you played my dad, our dad, wasn't that game, that last game y'all played, wasn't it really close? Like something ha was it a close game? Because I mean, I think that was when A&M like did not win. Do y'all remember that too? Like Alex and Joe? I mean, y'all don't remember it, but do
Yes,
you
I
remember
remember the stories. Yeah.
what was the score, the last like game with against Texas?
I think it was 15-13, wasn't it?
now
Was it
that
15-13 and 65?
well, that was 65. See, that was
Ernie
Joe
graduated by then.
So is he older than Dad?
1 year.
Okay. Okay.
was a year behind me.
Okay. Were
Then
you always going to go to Texas? Did your mom and dad go to Texas or did,
both my parents went to Texas, and Daddy was all Southwest Conference there, baseball and football, and
oh,
then
wow.
went signed with the Yankees, and in 1938 they traded him to Brooklyn, and part of the story is that old Babe Ruth, he had met him with the Yankees, but then Ruth was finishing up and they were going to make him a coach. So he came over as the hitting coach with Brooklyn. And we've got pictures of my daddy and Babe Ruth when he was there with Brooklyn. And then 1942, my daddy then went into the Navy and got out in 46 and kind of over the hill then. And so,
I have a picture, Ernie, that I'm gonna go ahead and share real quick if you don't mind. Let me see.
Mr. Coy was also in an exhibition against Jesse Owens that one year.
That,
Really?
oh, yeah,
Can
there's,
you see that, Ernie?
see, we're fixing, that's where I met Joe.
That's where y'all met the first time?
We met.
Alex has a story about this picture. Alex, go ahead. Tell Ernie about this picture.
Well, it's when I was young, our Aunt Baby made this little plaque for Pop, and I would always see this guy from Texas, and of course, we were brainwashed to hate Texas, and I was like, man, that guy's no good. He's no good. And then I finally meet you, and then you and ended up being my sponsor, the Lions Club, and became real good friends. So, yeah.
That's it. I think that was in one of Dave Campbell's magazines, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
That,
Ernie, you look terrified in that picture. You look horrified what's gonna happen there.
Get hit there.
I asked both of you what happened on this, and Dad said, "Well, you see how Mr. Coy is walking with a limp there." He said that I think that happened on that play, and then I asked you, and you said, "Oh, I believe we made the game-winning touchdown on that play." So that's two different sides of the story.
Someone's a fibber.
Yes.
Well, Ernie, so with this game coming up this week, do you have any ideas how it's gonna turn out?
That's why we pay our money and go sit in the stands.
Oh, okay.
That's a good answer.
Are you going to the game?
Oh, that's too many people there, so I'm gonna sit and watch it on my chair here at the home.
Yeah, that looks like a better environment. Our dad couldn't watch game like he did not like going to the games. Are you the same way? Like, do you like going to the games still, or would you rather just be able to change the channel if you need to?
Different, when we were playing, the stadiums were 30, 40, maybe 50,000 in the stands, and now it's all twice that amount. And so, yeah, it's a long walk, to get there. And then
Mm-hmm.
well, I think I'd rather just stay home and watch it on television.
All right, so you don't have any ideas how the game's going to turn out. You don't have you're not you're not going to bet on it or anything, huh?
Well, I'm not going to bet on football, so we'll just sit here and keep our fingers crossed.
That's probably why why you still have a house and a roof over your head because you don't bet on football. That's a smart decision, Ernie.
Too hard to get my money.
All right. Well, do y'all have any questions? Any more questions for Ernie, or are y'all good to let him go?
What about New York? I mean, when you and Pop were in New York, did that Pop always talked about how New York was so nasty and he couldn't wait to get back to Texas? Did you have pretty much the same feel?
Well, I was up there for 7 years, and after you get in the kind of the swing of things, New York was a fun place for me to play. And then also, what was an advantage if like Bart Starr or Jim Brown were getting an award, I had my picture on Sports Illustrated, and so I got to do a lot of their promotions then while I was there. So I got to meet a lot of ball players and that otherwise I don't, other than on the
Oh
field.
yeah.
So I really enjoyed doing that. But I'm like Joe. After got through, I knew I was going to come back to Texas, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you went to the Giants, and I'm glad my dad did because I feel like that's where your friendship really started, because before you being at Texas and my dad being in A&M, you can't like each other, right? So, um, I'm glad that you guys were able to meet when y'all
You
played for the Giants together.
that you played against, and I think that's out there. But yes, you play hard against them, but you also there's a certain amount of respect there that you learn to of the individual. And of course, your daddy was a fine person to be with. And then, of course, we worked together here at the bank, him on the board of directors, and uh, we had a lot of fun times together.
And the best thing is you had really awesome grandkids together.
I certainly do.
Yeah.
I'm very blessed with that.
Joe, do you have any questions or anything?
I'd like to hear the story about the when Dad was playing when Ernie was the punter and Dad was playing center and he was the deep snapper.
Okay, yeah. Joe came up as a center, and we had Greg Larson as the first team, and so we were having the exhibition game, and Joe came into the center, and I being the punter, I'm back my 15 yards, and so um, I was used to getting that ball back there pretty quick with Larson, and then Joe's snap was kind of had a little arc to it. And defensive line was coming at me, and of course, your punter, you're going towards them. So when I got on the sideline, I said, "Now, Joe, you got to uh, get that ball back a little faster." He said, or either that, I'm going to have to call for a fair catch.
So the way Dad told it, and it was even in a write up. So he wasn't comfortable with the two hand to get it back there and zip it back. So he went ahead and did it one handed, and that's how you got the arc. And he said that he didn't get his hands up quick enough. He said that the guys hit him so hard and knocked him into the personal protector, and he got up looking through his eye hole, and then that's when you came over and said that.
His
Well,
ear hole.
Yes.
His eye hole.
he could, the nose guard could go over there and hit that center as soon as he got the ball, but which they don't do now. And
Right.
so we, he did have an excuse.
He got hit pretty hard.
Not hit.
All right. Well, are y'all good? Ernie, I don't know if he had dinner yet. Like we're keeping him tonight.
All right.
So,
We appreciate your time, Mr. Coy.
Absolutely. It's great to see you again.
All right.
Yes.
Looking forward to a good game on Friday.
yeah, good
Yes,
luck
sir.
on Friday. All right. I'll talk to you later, Ernie.
Okay, enjoyed it.
All right.
Thank you,
We'll see you,
Mr.
Mr.
Coy.
Coy.
Okay, we have another creeper on there, but I'll bring him on in a bit. He's just silently listening so he can judge us. But that's another friend of yours, Joe, because he's a Texas person. Okay, let's talk about the picks last week, even though I would rather not.
You
Um,
actually did better than you think.
well, okay. I mean, it ended up being okay later on, but my problem is that I'm always rooting for the underdog and I get so excited about an upset, you know? So,
Yeah. But
um,
you wanted Texas to lose so bad, and
no,
they
I
just couldn't do
didn't.
it.
No, I
Oh, come on.
didn't. I
Yeah.
did not.
And Arch put up a 6 TD performance.
Arch did
Well,
much better.
Arkansas was already done. I mean, all their studs pretty much stayed at home. I mean, Jefferson, he went over there, but they put a gun to his head. So
I
it
just feel
just,
like
Jefferson.
Arkansas is beat down. Arkansas has been beat down.
They got beat down Saturday, that's for sure.
Okay,
At DKR.
can we review the
yeah.
games for like and I mean because I'm
We
Oh,
can
we
get
did.
over this real quick, okay? We'll do it real
Yeah.
quick, all right? Missouri, Oklahoma. Both y'all had Oklahoma. I had Missouri. Louisville, SMU. Both y'all had SMU.
Wait
I
a
took
minute.
Louisville.
Do y'all want to talk about the games just a touch or no?
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
That was
Just a
so did
actually,
touch.
you did Oklahoma, Missouri. So
Right, right. So, okay, let's do that. Okay, so Oklahoma looks good. They look solid. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, even though they couldn't do anything in the first half, they had that long 87-yard touchdown pass, and that basically, when they weren't doing anything, that basically opened it up, and they were on after that. SMU and Louisville, I told you guys right up front, SMU is going to be tough, and I think that they're a team to be watched. I don't know how many losses they have in the ACC, but Alex, do you know?
Yeah, SMU only in the ACC. I think they have one.
Right. So I mean I like them a lot. And that they they dominated Louisville. I think Louisville completely has fallen off. Oregon, USC. USC played with them for a while, but Oregon took care of business towards the end, and Oregon's starting to solidify as like the number three solid
How
team in the
how
Big
was
Ten.
the pick? So who won with that? So I lost on
I
that
lost
one.
that one as well.
I was
I
the
had
only
a
one that
question mark on that.
I had Oregon, so I did win that game, and
Yeah.
And
that was one of
I
my.
agree with that too. You have to let us talk too, Joe. Like
Okay, go ahead.
you can't just steamroll throughout all the games and be like, "Oh, Oregon is solidified at number three." You
Well,
know,
first of all, don't talk like that.
you
Okay, so you can
totally
stop
talk like
that.
that. Yeah, you
Yeah,
totally
you
do.
do.
But
Yeah, you do.
I thought USC. I mean, I remember at the beginning we picked a game that USC was playing, and you're like, they're frauds.
They are.
Yeah, and so that kind of exposed them. But I also don't like what is his name? The Lanning coach.
Yes.
What is it?
Dan Lanning. Dan Lanning.
Yeah.
I don't like his peacock.
Stud.
No. And
Oh,
I
Stud.
also think
he's
he might
he's
be
young and
He's a
good.
I don't
stud.
like his peacocking. Okay, all I'm gonna say
Uh,
is that
Yeah.
peacocking is not
it's called
appropriate.
swagger.
Yeah. And he has it.
Swagger.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We'll see
Go
how
ahead.
he swags when Oregon gets. Okay, go on.
Okay. Kentucky, Vandy, because I'm going to save the best for last. Kentucky, Vandy. Both y'all took Vandy. I thought Kentucky was going to hang. Vandy blew them out.
Yeah,
Kentucky
you
lay
did.
down.
Did you
I was
did you
surprising to me.
watch that game?
Didn't watch it, just saw the score.
Okay, so did you didn't see Pavia's mom like
26
looking like
times.
she might have been a little.
No.
You didn't see that? Okay. Well, it was awkward.
What
Like
do you
she
mean?
was
What was wrong with her?
like she was
You're
wearing
going
like
down the wrong
Pavia
path
for
here.
she was wearing like Pavia for Heisman on her. What?
Don't go there. I know where you're going.
What?
Let's go to the next game.
She was making the Heisman pose and she seemed like she might have been overserved a little bit.
Okay.
She might have been humping the air a little bit too,
Would you
but
stop, please?
what? I'm not if you watch TV, you could have seen it.
Okay. Okay.
All
Enough
right,
already.
next.
Moving on. Okay. Georgia Tech. I don't know why, because I was so mad at Pitt for doing what they did against Notre Dame. But
I told you.
Izzy's the only one that took Pitt, and they beat the ever what out of Georgia Tech. Alex and I both lost that game. BYU and Cincinnati. BYU steamrolled again. They've got a
Go
very good
Mormons.
football team. Yep, go Mormons. And then the Vols, Florida. Alex is the only one that took the Vols, and they destroyed Florida at their place.
Yeah,
Izzy and I took Florida. We were both surprised, getting four and a
Florida's
half.
done.
And yeah, they are done.
Florida
Tennessee
and
just went in there and killed
Arkansas.
them. And
Florida
then, of
and
course,
Arkansas were both
the game of the week that everybody
dumb.
was attached to was the Arkansas Texas game. I mean, what else can you say about the guy? You know, six touchdowns, 389 yards passing, four passing touchdowns, one
Against
receiving
Arkansas,
touchdown, one
who's
rushing
half their
touchdown.
team
Arkansas has
didn't even
been
show
beat
up.
down. They have been beat down. I would
Yeah.
also
What about you said last week, Elizabeth, that they're really, really close in a lot of these games.
they
They're
were, but
almost there, really,
I
really
had no
close.
idea how defeated they were. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Well, yeah,
Like,
they got defeated after Arch started slinging it all over the place, running on them,
No,
receiving on them.
Joe,
I mean,
those
they couldn't handle
receivers
it.
were wide open. Like
I could have passed
I
that.
could
Yeah.
have
They
done
were
that.
wide open
Yeah.
because they're all healthy and they're all faster than any other defensive back in the country. Hello.
There
Okay.
wasn't anybody about 5 to 10 yards away from them,
Well,
and
when you have that kind of speed, that's what happens. You
no, they were
separate
in a zone.
yourself.
The guys, no, they were. It was anyway. I'm not going to go down. I
Okay.
won't
Yeah,
get
you
consumed.
shouldn't.
So who did the best on the picks? What was the
Alex was
record?
6-2, you were 5-3,
Again,
and I was 3-5.
Oh, good. That isn't as bad as I thought. Man, I was after the Florida and the Arkansas deal, I was like, man, I was so upset, but
No. Well,
whatever.
and some of these I took again, and you told me, yeah, whatever. If some of these I picked just because y'all were on the other side, and I picked
well,
the other
that's your
side.
fault.
You're
That's not
right.
our
It
fault.
is. I know. That's okay. But this
Who's
week
six?
is what
Who's
really counts. This
the
is
bat?
what really counts. And I'm
Okay,
giddy as it can all get out.
First
good.
off, I do have some constructive criticism.
Go for
Okay.
it. Mhm.
I mean, people, so for Alex and I went to the Lions Club gathering because Alex
Lord.
made me go because he was getting like announced. Okay. And so he wanted me to see that he's actually important, you know? And so past presidents, they recognized all the past presidents. So anyway, I went and we had a lot of fans come up to us. Am I right, Alex?
Yes.
People were
Yes.
coming up to us and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I need to figure out how to log on so I can subscribe, like and subscribe, but I listen to you guys every week. And what is wrong? And what is his name? Is it like Swami or Shardy? So like they said
Swamp.
Shardy, and I was like,
So
that's actually more appropriate. Shardy does sound more like
that
what we
does.
should
Yeah.
call him.
Oh my gosh. How
And then
rude.
somebody
So
else said Alex needs a name, and I said Alex says I'm Big Al, everyone's pal or whatever, and they're like, no, he needs like a name. So we got to work on that, Alex.
okay.
And then we've lost a lot of Aggie fans because they're so sick of listening to you, Joe. Like the,
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. You may take my hat off for a second. Here, I'll take it off for a little bit. Will that
okay,
make you a little bit happier
that's a
for?
little better because like sometimes when you send me TikToks and I see that douchebag on the front. I can see his face before I even click on it. I
Who,
move
who,
on. I don't
who are
even
you talking
watch
about?
it.
Which
That
one?
guy who's all like I mean, I don't want to talk about it. I
Okay.
don't even want to promote him because he irritates me just when I see his face. And so I bet some of our Aggie fans see your face and they get frustrated. I'm just telling you, like we need to remember that we have all forms of
Yeah,
fans.
remember, we have all forums.
Yeah.
And somebody told me on constructive criticism that, the other guy, who's, I don't know what you want to call him, Alex, sometimes battered, Notre Dame guy, whatever you want to call him, says, it'd be nice if he could stop saying TU all the time. It's
I didn't say
irritating.
it one time with Mr. Koy on. I was
When you
very
said it, you said
respectful.
TU, I mean Texas. You caught
I
yourself.
did. I corrected myself. I did.
Right, right.
I even apologized for it
Yeah,
Alex, why would you do that?
because
exactly.
it's Mr. Koy.
I
You have
know.
to
And why
I'm
give
didn't you
saying
just
like,
call,
why would you?
why would
Anyway,
you what?
say the TU.
I'm sad that you said to you in front of Ernie, like that's not
I know.
nice.
But I
Yeah.
was embarrassed.
Okay. Um, and then also some more constructive criticism is that interruption is necessary. We did have where
Yes.
you were like, you interrupt me all the time, but
You do.
everyone says it's necessary because you just go on and on and
You
on and
drone
on and
on.
on.
Yeah.
And it's like, so they
Yeah.
said, I had a lot of people say, please interrupt them. It's okay. And then another thing, how many subscribers did we have last week? It was like 50 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many do we
We are
have
up
now?
to 72 now.
Oh my gosh.
So if all you thousands of people listening right now, let's like and subscribe on YouTube and Spotify. We're audio only on Spotify, but yeah. So we've got a lot of listeners and we have sponsors
He's
because we're
getting
so
bold.
big time. So we have a new sponsor because Joe, mental health is important, and that's Sugar Bin Center. We know that life can be hard sometimes, and no one should have to go through it alone. Our caring and experienced team is here to help you, your child, your family feel supported, understood, and empowered to make real, lasting change. Experienced and compassionate therapy care you can trust. They do virtual appointments, so I've set one up every day this week before Friday
I need one
to
after
help
this.
deal with what I'm dealing with. So
Right.
that's Sugar Bin Center. And then we also are sponsored by the Belleville Times. It's a newspaper, but they are forward thinking and they support podcasts. So that's another sponsor. And then the last sponsor is Maxxis Tire. They're black, they're round, and they make you get from point A to point B.
That's it.
Wow. Look at Alex wearing his Max's shirt.
Yep.
That's right. Well, they bought me this, so I figured I'd wear. The y'all's are
Nice.
coming. You both have one coming. So
Sweet.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
yeah.
Excellent.
And then I have a third spot. I mean, not third, fourth sponsor. It's called Bad Trivia, and that's a Belleville. group, and they have trivia every Thursday, but this week it's going to be Wednesday at the on the square at Huff Brewery. So that's our last sponsor that
That'll
just
pay
came
the
in.
bills right there. That's good. I'm glad you got those guys on board.
Okay, now what's next? Our bracket, and then we get to bring on our special guest who's not really special, but I told him that so that he would join.
And
Um,
and I have something I want to say about our special guest. Is he going to be with us for the rest of the show?
yeah.
Awesome. So he's going to have his picks as well, right?
Yeah, I gave him all the picks, so he's got his
Sweet. And
picks.
so you got 9 games, right?
But actually, I don't think I told him, if you're listening, Brent, you have to pick LSU and OU.
10 and a half.
That was our last. I forgot to tell you about that, but it's fine. That's not gonna be hard. All right, do y'all want to look at our brackets?
Sure.
Yes. Let's do it.
It's going to bring up the picture of Ernie and Dad first. Actually, no, I'll switch it. There we go.
Oh, look at there. There's the Swami.
Okay.
Wait
Look,
a minute.
there's
That's not the picture
Swami.
I gave you.
Yeah, that's
Gosh. That's not the picture I gave you. Where is the picture I gave you to put there?
that's Swami.
Oh
It's
my God. All right,
It's
let's
hard.
talk about this.
I don't think our viewers will be able to see it because we've got a bigger deal now.
box. Yeah.
Okay.
My top four haven't changed. Okay. Ohio State, Indiana, or excuse me, Ohio State, Georgia, Indiana Tech. Number 5 is Oregon against Tulane. Number 9 is Texas. A&M is 8. Miami 11. Ole Miss
Stop right there.
6.
They're never
Okay.
going to do that. The committee is never going to have Texas and A&M play each
Well,
other
you don't
in
know
the
that.
deal.
You don't
They're
know
not
that because
we're
I
going to
have a thought about
play
this.
we're going to
Okay.
play on Friday, and then the
That's
committee's
right.
going to go, "Yeah, let's do it right away again."
Well, here's what everybody's going to do. Everybody's going to cry.
That is logical.
Listen to me. Everybody's going to cry. Well, it's not fair. We had to play in Austin. They beat us in Austin. So the committee, which is going to be a lot of Texas guys, they're going to say, look, you know what? We'll go over there and kick their butts at Kyle Field. That's fine. We're going to and we'll even let A&M be 8. We'll put Texas at 9, and we'll just do it again and see how y'all do against us at Kyle Field. And because just like I told you last week, okay, Kirby Smart owns Sark, but Sark owns Elko.
Okay, move
Okay.
on. So Miami and Ole
Yeah. I don't know
Miss.
why you stopped him. Go ahead.
Sorry, I just because I thought that was. I told him today. He sent me his bracket, and I said, "Please don't have a stupid bracket. Like, don't
It's
let it
not
be stupid."
stupid. It's
And then
logical.
that's what he said. He was like, "It's not stupid." Like, he got so mad.
Well, I
Okay,
did get upset.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Calm down.
Okay, I'm calmed down. But
Next
I
up.
think I think there's some good matches in here.
So Miami and
Miami
Ole
and Ole
Miss.
Miss.
Explain to
Okay.
me Miami. Like, why do you think that they're gonna be? And I don't understand this either. I'd like for y'all to help me out. I was under the impression that Miami can't be in the ACC championship.
There's still a possibility that it'll happen. You know,
Okay.
How?
maybe not. I don't know. I
Okay.
just wanted to stick in there because originally I had BYU in there, and you said
But
hey, you got to have an ACC team in there.
but just so you know, like
So
when they're talking about the bracket, like everyone's putting Miami in there. Like I don't understand that. The every like
because
on the
where
big.
they're ranked, that's why.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but ranked or not, like it's the ACC championship gets a spot, you know? Okay, go on. I'm
Okay, so and then Notre Dame is I got them at 10 because I really don't think Notre Dame has played anybody. They lost their first 2 games of the year against Miami and A&M, and they played a bunch of nobodies, right? I told you USC were frauds. That's the only decent win they have, and they beat USC at home. Okay, so and I
I
got
think Notre Dame's a
OU's
good
playing
team.
strong.
I think Notre
I think
Dame's a good team.
I think they're okay, and I think OU is going to hammer them. I think that Jeremiah Love won't get 10 yards rushing against OU's
That will be
defense.
a good
Okay.
game if that happens. I will be interested in that
Yeah.
game.
I
Yeah,
hope
I
they
mean
don't
these
play
matchups
OU.
are good. I mean, if you think about it, including the A&M and Texas matchup,
That's
We
stupid.
got
you
to
know,
get you in that committee. We got to get you in there.
I
How
think
do
a
we
lot of
do
people will be
that?
excited for that, right? Even Miami and Ole Miss, or put whoever you want to in Ole Miss in there. And here's another thing about Ole Miss. Even though they're at number 6 and they're probably going to be somewhere in that area, Ole Miss hasn't played anybody. I mean, I hate to say it, but Ole Miss, I mean, look at their wins. They're all the only they've got one loss against Georgia, but they don't have any quality wins after that. You know, they didn't play Alabama. They didn't play like LSU when LSU was number 4 and they beat LSU at home. Oh my God, that's so great.
They beat
Oh, that
OU at OU.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Mateer was hurt, Mateer didn't even play in the game.
And they
Well,
even
but
beat
okay, back
Florida.
up. They beat
Yeah, beat
LSU
by
when LSU
Texas.
was 4.
Yeah,
They
but
were
LSU is
4.
frauds. Right.
No.
They were 4, but they're
Okay.
frauds.
Okay. Moving on. I'm gonna move on. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Also, yeah, I don't want to talk. I don't want to bash Ole Miss because Ashley's gonna be listening to this, and it's gonna hurt her feelings.
Well, I'm sorry she's going to get her feelings hurt, but they're going to get probably destroyed whoever they play in the first round, even at home and in Mississippi. So I
Okay,
just thought,
let's go to the next person.
all right,
So this is the most accurate bracket, I think.
no,
Um,
North Texas is a joke. But anyway, go ahead.
North
why is
Texas is
that a
not a joke.
joke?
They're horrible. I mean, they got beat at home by South Florida. Like South Florida put like 80 points on them.
They had like 5 or 6 turnovers. I mean, when you have that many turnovers, you're going to lose a game.
I don't want to talk about. I mean, to be honest, I don't
They have
care
a
about
stud
number 12.
quarterback.
I don't think we should even have that in there. Okay? Like so North Texas being a joke, whatever. I don't care. Put a freaking clown car there for all I care because I think it's stupid that we're doing that. Like these poor schools are not at the level and I don't know. I could go on and on. They're just not at the level. They don't have the support. They don't have the funding. They don't. It's silly to put them in there to just get their A kicked, you know? Moving on.
And you're putting Ole Miss at number 5 because of your son's girlfriend.
No, I
I
think
mean,
that Ole Miss is a good team.
you think they're a good team? They've beaten Georgia Southern. They almost lost to Kentucky. All right. They beat Arkansas by
So
Well,
did
6
I mean,
points.
Texas.
sometimes you have I think that it's
Texas blew them out.
every
No,
game in the
They had
SEC
it was a
is a war.
war. Every game is a war.
Every
Washington
game in
State,
the
they had to
SEC
come
is
from
a war.
behind at home and beat Washington State. You are fibbing through your teeth right now. How do you have them in front of Oregon? How?
Oh, because I don't think
How?
I think they could beat Oregon. I do.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh.
I do. I'm sorry. I really do. As soon and when Lane comes out and says, I'm not effing leaving, like on it's gonna be a scene from Wolf of Wall Street, where he's like, I'm
Yeah,
not leaving. And that's what's gonna happen. I feel it.
How do you
that'd
have
be
Ole Miss
cool.
in front of Tech, for God's sakes?
Tech, okay,
They're in the
word
Big 12.
tech. We are the winners of the Big 12.
I
Okay.
mean,
Big deal. Like big deal. They lost to Arizona State. If you want to
you,
talk about losses.
you know what's wrong with your picks? Honestly,
What?
is that they're biased. They are so biased, it's not even funny.
Well,
I mean,
I
they
don't think
are.
so. I don't think
I'm like,
so.
it's
They look a
obvious.
lot better than yours.
Yeah, I don't think it's biased. I've got Virginia because I think that they may win. When they lost that one game that you were like, I'm gonna take Wake Forest, and you take Virginia, and I didn't realize this, but their freaking quarterback was out. So that I'm sure you had that injury report and kept it on the DL. Um, and then Bama. I mean, I'm back and forth with them, and then Notre Dame. I think they're a good team. Sorry.
Those are probably your 2 best picks, but I would flip them. I would have Bama at 7 and Notre Dame 10. Those are probably your only legit
Well,
picks, in
that's
my
why we
opinion.
all have our own opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, man?
Yeah, I got you.
All
I
right, let's
got you.
go to the next guy.
Okay, here we go. Did y'all
So I've
talk
got
about this before y'all put the picks in?
no, I've got
No,
North
he just sent it
Texas.
to me.
I've
Okay.
got North Texas. They've got that stud quarterback, Drew Messon. What is it, Maker? Anyway, I'll talk about him later on. I think North Texas will definitely win that conference. South Florida's already lost 3 games. North Texas only lost 1, so they have a really good offense. Anyway, that's the reason why I'm doing North Texas. And then I've got Oregon playing North Texas, OU, and Texas Tech. I'm big on OU after they stomped they stomped Bama, and
Mm-hmm.
of course Texas Tech. I have them at 8. SMU's going to win the conference because Pitt is playing Miami. Miami's probably going to beat Pitt. Miami already has 2 conference losses, so that's going to be SMU and Virginia playing for the conference title, and I think SMU will beat Virginia.
That's a good call.
Yeah, I know. Thank you,
That's a
though.
good call.
And then
So
I'm big on Ole Miss as well. I mean, they do have a lot of drama with Lane Kiffin, but I still think he's still a stud. And I love what Izzy said about he's going to come up and say, "I'm still your damn coach." So that would be cool if he does something like that, and he would do something that silly. That silly.
he can't win the big
Then,
game, by the way.
huh?
He can't win the big game, by the way.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
And then
Yeah.
you have
Uh,
your team, God's team.
yeah, we
Hmm.
have Notre Dame at 7. Now, out of all these, and then of course Bama at 10. I saw a show earlier, and they said out of all these picks, now now Jojo, you're a little biased, so we'll just use this chart here. Out of all these picks, who do you think would has a chance of winning the national championship? Out of everybody on this screen,
Who has a chance? They all have a chance. All 12 teams
no,
have a chance.
who do you give a good chance of winning the national championship? It has a really good chance. Like,
My
it,
repeat team is going to be Ohio State, obviously.
okay, Ohio State. You don't think Indiana or Notre Dame or Georgia have a chance either?
I mean, they
Who
have a
would,
chance, but I would, if I was a bet man, I'd put it on Ohio State. I think their defense is too strong. I think that quarterback he's doing what Arch is doing. I mean, I think that those two should be
okay,
playing
never mind.
again
I'm
for the
Okay.
sorry
national
I biased.
championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Izzy. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go
Um,
on to the next.
all right, let's introduce our patient guest. Okay. I don't have a long I don't have like it's not going to sound like when I introduced Ernie. Sorry. But he went to Texas. He's in my office right now. That's why it looks like he's in the dungeon. He went to Texas. Um he watches football. He gambles a lot and
Whoa, whoa,
he was in
whoa.
a
Oh,
fraternity. I think he was in a fraternity at Texas.
yeah, yeah.
He roomed with the backup quarterback, right?
I did. I did. Ernie's oldest.
Yeah, that was his roommate. So he's kind of got a lot of credibility, with knowing what he's talking about.
I watch a lot of college football, a dangerous amount, according to my wife.
This is,
Nice.
in case y'all don't know, this is Brent Wieprecht.
Hey,
Hey
Brent.
y'all. Hey guys, how are y'all?
Pretty
Good.
good.
He,
Last time I think I saw you was when we were playing basketball with Heath Salsaman, and you
Sure.
guys got a little chummy with me, and I had to throw some elbows. You didn't. Anyway,
Wow.
Yeah,
it
you were a good
was
player. Good player.
no, I wasn't. I averaged more fouls than I did points whenever I played. So
Ah, the Bill Lambier enforcer.
yeah, yeah. Don't put me in his name.
Oh man. All right. So we are bringing Brent on because we thought it would be nice to have a Texas person because Alex and I are sniglet bias.
Yes, you are.
Um, and I gave them all the picks. We're going to talk about those games. And of course, we're going to talk about the one that's on Friday that we're dealing with. What
I
do
have a
you,
question for Brent.
okay, what?
Did he not get to fill out a bracket?
Uh,
I didn't, it was too much for me to deal with. I told him maybe, but you want to say what your bracket would look like, Brent?
Who's your
it definitely looked a lot closer to Izzy and Alex's. I am I love my horns. Obviously. I'm not that optimistic that we can sneak in. I mean, unless we beat A&M by 40. I just there's a lot of dominoes that have to fall. That loss at Florida is just killing us. It's just a killer.
Yeah,
You take away that loss, and yeah, I mean, I think we're probably, we're a two-loss team with some good wins and with two really good losses. There's no better loss in the nation than at Ohio State by 7. The loss to Georgia was infuriating. Third quarter momentum, and then it goes sideways pretty quick. They execute a perfect onside and then just take over. But I just don't see us being able to get into that bracket. But I do agree with you though. Ohio State is probably my favorite to take it all this year again.
I
well,
disagree.
yeah. Ohio State hasn't played a whole lot of teams. I mean, they don't have that big win that that everybody's looking for. So
Their schedule is a little lacking. They've got an opportunity on Saturday to go into Michigan and smack them around a little bit, which would look good. but even despite the fact that, Penn State wasn't what they were supposed to be this year, and they skated on, they didn't play Oregon. There's some other teams they didn't play. The teams they
Indiana.
played, the teams they did play, uh, I mean, these are all 35-10 kind of games. They are taking care of business on the
But they
on the
played
team.
Illinois, which was the only ranked team, I think.
Yeah.
And they beat them soundly, but they only had 9 returning starters from the previous year from their national championship year.
A
So
lot of players drafted.
yeah,
I
I
I
know.
think
So
it's tough too when you're talking about Ohio State because you look at their schedule, yes, but like I said, Joe, what did I say? What do I say about every SEC game? It
It's a
is a
war.
it is a war.
It's a
And
battle.
I think that that says a lot. And like you get into binds and you play teams that come and bite you when they're not supposed to. And Ohio State doesn't have that opportunity. And so I do think they're going to get bit in the middle of the bracket because they're not used to playing in wars.
Well,
Like
and that's fair. They absolutely might lose in the bracket. Obviously, every team that makes it is good, but there's no
it,
reason unless they lose on Saturday. I see no reason to not have them as the number one seed though going in. I think they've earned it. That's a undefeated defending national champion. So yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, they've earned it. They should be number one. But I also think that number it kind of bites you too, being number one, like where
I
it
got a,
places you in the bracket.
I've got a question for him. How about Notre Dame is getting ranked as high as they are, and they lost their first 2 games against, Miami and A&M, right? They
by
lost at
one
home
point
against
and
A&M,
three.
You
Yeah.
need to
right?
go to church this
And
Sunday.
A&M,
they played nobody after that. I mean, you want to talk about playing
USC.
nobody?
They played
yeah,
USC.
USC again, frauds. They're horrible. They're no
yeah. I
good.
mean, I think they just scored again on Syracuse. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
That's how awesome they are.
They
yeah.
scored 21 points before they even got the ball.
Yeah, it
Exactly.
was it was a beat down. Their schedule is lacking. Not Iowa State, USC, you know, is about the best win I guess they've got. That Pittsburgh win 10 days ago was really solid. I mean, that's not a horrible Pitt team that, witnessed last week. They
But
went
did you hear
into
what the
Georgia
coach
Tech and
said?
took care of business. What's that?
Did you hear what the coach said? The coach said, "I don't care if we lose to Notre Dame 110-0. It's like he's already saying we're going to lose. That
Yeah,
we're going to lay
well,
down because we only care about the ACC.
yeah,
We're not even going to have our starters. We're just going to, you know,
yeah.
He
come
I
on.
did
think
that on purpose. He
I think
tried
Notre
to bait
Dame's
him in.
Notre Dame's good enough to be included in the bracket, obviously. You're Notre Dame, you finish the season on a 10 or 11 game winning streak, assuming they take care of business at Stanford or versus Stanford this upcoming weekend, which come on.
Yeah.
I could get 11 people off the street here in Belleville and we could probably beat Stanford. But um look, it's Notre Dame, it's a brand. They're winning games. They did play in the national championship last year. They're barring unforeseen loss. They're going to make it. They can score. So we'll see.
What
They're going to be fun to watch.
what about Ole Miss? I mean, everybody gives A&M a hard time about their,
Well,
lackluster schedule. Look at Ole Miss.
I
Georgia
know.
Southern, they beat Kentucky, they
At
beat
OU,
Arkansas
at OU's a good loss. I mean, a good win. At OU's a good win.
with no material.
I know. I know.
South Carolina, the Citadel,
I know.
They struggled with Florida.
I know. Oh, well,
Yeah.
Florida's a world beater. We can all agree on that.
They
Yeah.
struggled for a little bit with Florida, and then they took it away later
Yeah.
on.
Took it away. They won by 10. Tennessee beat them from the get-go.
I don't think Ole Miss is very strong when it comes to navigating the bracket, but they're obviously going to make it. They've got a lot of drama, but I guess we'll be talking about those on those picks coming up because yeah, they got a lot of drama.
You get lucky on your schedule. I mean, every once in a while you get lucky on your schedule. And this year, A&M and Notre Dame
Have to
got
say,
lucky, and Ole Miss as well.
Yeah,
A&M schedule isn't exactly the world's hardest.
No, it's not.
Every SEC game is a war.
Oh boy.
Yeah, here we go again.
You got to
Okay.
play the game.
Okay. Let's do our picks. Y'all want to venture into that?
Yeah,
Let's
let's
do
do
it.
it.
Do it.
Okay. Oh, by the way, let's go back. Brent, what did you think about us like having Ernie on? That was good stuff, huh?
Yeah, I haven't seen Ernie in maybe a month or so. Yeah, the guy's got some good stories. done a lot of stuff at the one of the highest levels of football that none of us, most of us can only hope to achieve half of that. He's got great stories, and was glad to see y'all put him on the show.
He's a classy guy. Like
Oh yeah,
it's embarrassing to tell him how much we were
I'll move my truck.
trained to hate Texas because he's like, well, you really have to have respect for the
yeah,
player. And I'm just like, yes, that's like the nicest thing you've said. And
oh yeah.
yeah, I agree, but we were told if you wear orange, they have to they have to straight to jail,
Straight to
Take an
you
L out of
know?
your name.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so do you want to review the picks, Joe, or
Well, let's just start from the top.
oh, and
Okay.
do you know what time those games are? Because it's good to do it in order.
Let's just go with what we have.
I
All
got a
right.
list here. Just let me go. Don't
Yeah.
worry. I'm gonna
I'm
save the
just saying
A&M and Texas game
that was a
last. Okay.
constructive criticism. I'm just saying, but we
Oh
can
my
do however
gosh.
you want. This
Thank you.
camera keeps going in and out. I don't like it. Okay,
Okay, first game. Moving on. Ole Miss at Mississippi State. Mississippi State's favored, or excuse me, Ole Miss is favored by 7.5, playing in Starkville. I'm going to
I'll
take
go,
Mississippi State, and I'll get the 7.5.
I'll give you those. I'm taking Ole Miss Rebels
same.
I'm gonna take Ole Miss, Mississippi State,
as
1-6 in their last seven. I just don't.
Even
I
with their bells,
I tell you
I'm
what,
not.
these games we're picking, these are a lot of road points for these
They
favorites to
are.
lay. A
All right.
lot of road points to lay. But I'm gonna do it here with Ole Miss. I don't think they're great, and they got a lot of drama, but I, it's more of a bet against Mississippi State than it is a bet on Ole Miss.
For
Cool.
sure.
All right. The next game is Iowa at Nebraska. Nebraska is getting 6.5 at home.
Yeah,
Okay. Going
I'm
with
gonna.
Iowa.
I'm saying Iowa. Nebraska lost their quarterback.
Quarterback.
yeah.
They just had a big victory or big loss
Iowa,
last week.
Iowa laying points on the road. What could go wrong? Uh, I don't. I mean, Nebraska with a backup quarterback. I reluctantly, I'll go with Iowa State minus the 6.
What's the
Iowa,
weather? Do we know what
Iowa.
the weather's gonna be like in
6.5.
Nebraska?
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be against all three of y'all again. I'm gonna go Nebraska.
We'll take the points.
And take the points, yeah. So we'll put Alex, Brent, and Izzy bullying up on Swami. Okay. Arizona at Arizona State. Arizona State's getting 1.5. Why is the quarterback not playing for Arizona State? Why is
Yeah. No,
what's going on there?
he had season-ending surgery about 2-3 weeks ago. The Sims kid, I forget his first name, but it's Sims is the new quarterback for the Sun Devils, and he's
Yeah.
actually looked all right.
Okay. Well, do you like who do you taking on this one?
I'm taking Arizona State.
Taking the home team. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Same.
do the same. Is it my
All,
turn? I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
okay.
even if it's not.
JoJo's going with Arizona
Absolutely. Brent,
He what why how
Izzy.
do you know that?
Because
because
I
we
just
all
said it.
three went with Arizona State.
Yeah.
I told
Oh,
you you can pick the same because I don't like it when you get back on and you're like, I did that because I didn't want it to be stupid.
Well,
okay.
he needs an excuse to lose
Okay.
again.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, next game is Ohio State at Michigan. Okay, Michigan's getting 9.5. I mean, I'll go first. I think Michigan has their number. They've won the last 4 years, and I'm gonna keep going with Michigan, and I'm gonna get the 9.5 points.
Go Wolverines. I'm on board with you.
Alex he's coming with me. Okay,
Do you think they're gonna win or do you think they're just
they have a chance to win. I mean, 9.5 points.
Nine
Was
and
that
a
going to
half
switch you over
points.
to Michigan? You're gonna stay with Michigan with us, Izzy? Are
No,
you?
I have not seen anything beneficial out of Michigan this year, and I can't do it. And
So you're going
Ohio
to Ohio
State
State?
is butt hurt from
They
last
are
year.
butthurt.
They
They've
are
been butthurt for the
pissed.
last 4 years.
And
Yeah.
they're
Okay,
really mad this year. So they're
Brent.
like,
That line as of 30 minutes ago is actually now Ohio State minus 10, so it's going Ohio State's way. That's a lot of points to lay on the road at your arch
you
rival.
don't have to change it.
But
We're doing 9.5,
That's
Brent. You don't
fine. No,
change
no,
it to
no.
10.
I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna take the Buckeyes. Take the Buckeyes minus the road points. I don't love it. I don't love it, but
Yeah.
they're a better team. They are a better team.
They are.
Okay, next game is Miami at Pitt. Pitt is getting 6.5. Wow.
Give me those home points. I want those home points.
You know what? I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with you.
Yeah.
I do too.
Pitt looked really good last week.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did.
Georgia Tech's not a bad team, obviously, and they handled them pretty easy.
I remember the beginning of the season, and I was very adamant that Miami was the number 2 team in the nation. And I'm going to go back to that time and say Miami.
Oh,
Okay.
those
Yeah, I'm going.
halcyon
I
days in
hate Carson
September.
Beck. Carson Beck's a punk, so I
Well,
don't.
maybe the early Miami Carson Beck will come back instead of
Your
the
Okay,
nephew,
Georgia Carson Beck.
your nephew doesn't like Carson Beck either.
I
I
don't like them
don't.
either, but I'm telling you, I feel like Miami is a sleeping giant right
Well, he
now.
was sleeping at the SMU game. That's for
I
damn
mean,
sure.
stop talking about how he looks, okay? He can't help it.
He's got one of the top five punchable faces, I do believe.
He does.
All right, next game, Vanderbilt at Tennessee. Tennessee is giving 2.5 to Vandy.
I'm
What
going for
say
the
you?
home team. Go Vols.
God, they looked strong last week.
Who did? Who are you saying looked strong last week?
Both did, but Tennessee going at Florida and just beating them bad right up the front. Um, Elizabeth, who do you want?
I'm going with Vandy because I think it's hard to play at Tennessee, but they've already lost at Tennessee this year, so it's not that hard. And Tennessee has not done anything for me, and I just feel like Pavia's mom's gonna be there,
Um,
and
Distraction.
yeah,
insufferable. Yeah.
That's
so yeah. So I think that I'm picking Vandy. That was my gut, so I'm going
I,
with it.
I'm gonna join you, Izzy. I'm taking Vandy plus the points. I don't love it. I do think Vandy's a pretty solid team. I hate going into Neyland and that's tough, but Vandy has an opportunity to go into this game, go into their rival stadium, and try to say we're the team to beat in Tennessee these days. Make a statement for their position in the SEC. Make a push to get into the playoff. But I'll take Vandy plus the points.
I
I
think
am.
also real quick, Tennessee is they have like a running back that averages a good amount of yards and a tight end that are going to be out. So,
I think Vanderbilt plays well at home, but they don't play well on the road. Okay, so they were at home last week, and I was surprised on how well they played against Kentucky. And I think going into to Neyland Stadium, I think they're going to struggle. And I think only 2.5 for Tennessee to win by a field goal. And as well as they played against Florida, how they dominated from the get-go.
Florida's
I'm go-
so defeated. Like
I'm
Florida
going with
should
no, they're not.
forfeit.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
whatever. They didn't. So
Okay, you think
I
the
got Tennessee.
checkers, it's the checkers are too much.
Yeah,
They
I
just
think the
can't
checkers
handle
are
all
too
that.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next game, Alabama at Auburn. Auburn's getting 5.5. I'm a scream, Bama. 5.5 is nothing. I think Auburn is complete garbage. I think
Michigan.
even though it's a great, I mean, Nick Saban said it was like
It's
it was,
haunted.
it's haunted. Yeah, that place was haunted, and even with some really bad teams, Auburn always played against. That was Nick Saban's one team he couldn't beat. But I think Auburn is so bad now. I think Alabama just rolls Auburn this year.
You could
yeah, I
make this
agree.
you could make this line 13 or 14. I'd still take
Yeah,
Bama.
yeah. I think Auburn is in the same category as Arkansas. They're just done for the
Mm-hmm.
season.
Yeah.
I'm
Same.
taking Bama.
Me
So we're all
too.
going with Bama.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Brent. I would take I would take about 15 or 16.
Yeah, I was surprised at 5.5. I thought that was a joke.
Anything under a touchdown seems like stealing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're all for the same one time. Okay, Izzy, way to go, Izzy. All right, LSU at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is giving 10.5.
You added this.
I did
I
because I
don't
think it's an
see
important game.
I I would bet my boobs that OU I'm picking OU. I mean, and same, like OU by 90.
Okay.
LSU looks boo-boo. And
I mean,
Nussmeier, I mean,
Western Kentucky's a good football team, even though they won 13 to
oh
10.
my God. Are you kidding right now?
Western Kentucky is a football team. I'll give you that.
Yeah, they do that. It is a
I mean,
football
10 and a
team.
half points is a lot. You still want to, are you sure you don't want to reconsider that? Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
Arkansas. I mean, LSU beat Arkansas by one the week before. So
Uh,
that
Yeah.
that kind of puts you in the category where you are.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna I'm gonna take OU minus the points, and I'm kind of pulling for a meteor strike there in Norman. That'd be great.
Okay. And Alex,
I had LSU and getting the points, but I'm like, what was I brain dead? So yeah, I'm going OU and then
so
minus the
I'm gonna
points.
go on an island and I'm gonna go with LSU. Go Tigers, since I'm the one who brought the game up.
I don't like that
Okay.
game.
Last game is going to be it's going to be A&M at DKR. And I've got a trivia question for you about DKR. Okay. Brent, I'm sure you know this, but I don't know if Alex and Elizabeth know this. Um, Daryl Royal, his middle, you know, what does K stand for? And his, DKR, Daryl K Royal. What does the K stand for? Y'all know?
Don't care.
Knee.
No, it doesn't stand. No, it doesn't stand for. What do you mean, me?
Knee. Like
Oh,
the
knee,
knee.
KNE. That's what you think it
Yeah.
I
stands
uh,
for. You're an
I
idiot.
believe it's of course kangaroo.
No, it's not kangaroo either. No, bro. I mean, come on. A Texas guy, you don't know what the K stands
I
for?
don't. I don't.
Okay, so Daryl K Royal, he doesn't have a middle name. It's K is his initial.
It's
Okay.
like Homer J. Simpson.
Yes, like Homer J. Simpson, but the K is for his mother, Katie. Okay. But
Aw.
he died, she died when he was an infant. So his name is Daryl K. Royal. All right. And I don't know if you know this or not. I got something. Y'all can go ahead and talk for a second while you're thinking about your game, but I got to get this picture real quick. Hold on.
Okay, before he does his little deal, Brent, he got in big trouble this week because his good friend Joe Kiley, who went to A&M as well, he met him because Joe Kiley was a grad student and he was teaching Joe's class. Okay. So he calls him and says, "Hey, I've got these tickets."
Can you see that?
Okay, okay. So let me pause so that he can show his picture. Who is that?
That's Daryl K. Royal
Oh,
with me.
fun.
That is.
Yeah.
Look,
How about
that's
that?
fun. Was that when you took pictures with Slocum and Jackie Sherrill?
Yeah. Let me get those pictures.
What were you doing?
That was at the New York Hall. It was at the College Football Hall of Fame in New York. There's Coach RC.
Hmm.
Brent, do you notice how Joe is like looking in those pics?
Yeah.
Looking
There's Jackie.
looking great.
Yeah, he's like, hey, look, I'm Joe, and the look at me, I'm Joe, and I'm with all
Looking
Why
these
are you talking like
coaches.
that, Elizabeth? That's being rude.
That's how
looking
you talk.
sharp.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There we
so so Joe Kiley got tickets, and they're like on the 50, these two tickets, and he said, just pick me up at the airport and let's go. This is like the same day as his Joe's wife's family Thanksgiving. So Joe tells his wife, I'm going to this game on Friday. And she went to Texas. She's a Texas graduate. So she was pretty livid. So now Joe is probably out.
She was livid for two reasons,
I don't know.
right?
He
Number
might be
one,
out like
because can I talk now?
fine.
So I
Here
get
we
this
go.
story straight.
You
Yeah.
brought it up, Izzy.
Yeah, she was livid for two reasons. Because number one, the weed Thanksgiving was going to be at our house that afternoon, right? On Friday, right? And the second reason is because about a month ago, she asked me, "Are we going to the Texas game?" And I said, "I ain't going. There ain't no way I'm going." Because I didn't want to go with her because I couldn't stand sit next to her rooting for Texas, and anyway. So I uh I said we're not going. So when I told her that Joe Kiley said we're going to the game, I want to go to the game. Can you pick me up at the airport? I'm like, okay, that's what you want to do. I got tickets. Okay. I got a hotel room. I said, okay, we're in. Let's go. So when I came in and told Debbie, it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't good. and it took me a couple of days to figure it out. And I had to call my daughter and my son both. Sammy graduated from A&M a few years ago, and Drew is in his fifth year at A&M. And I said, "Well, do y'all want to go to the game?" And they said yes. I said, "But there's, you're going with your mom, so hopefully you're okay with that." So everything is good. We're
And
going to the game.
he's only out like 2 grand.
1,500. No, it's 1,500 because the hotel didn't cost me anything. So,
Oh, because he uses points. Okay. But the
right,
tickets were pretty pricey. Anyway, that's
they
his
were.
story. He's going to the game on Friday. Are you going
Very
to the
nice.
game, Brent?
It's up in the air right now. My daughter finds out in, I don't know, like an hour if she drew tickets. She's a freshman at UT. If she got them, if they awarded her a ticket, I might be taking her up there for the game and either weaseling my way in, or hanging around the stadium, going to a couple tailgates and watching, and then driving back afterwards. So I don't really know exactly what we're going to do, but really kind of depends on if Anna draws a ticket.
How far is Belleville from Austin?
2 hours,
Two
like
hours.
110 miles, 105 miles. It's not bad.
Wow. Okay.
Well, so that's it. I mentioned going to Tony and he immediately got the shakes. So it was a no-go. And we're both not mature enough. We are not mature enough to attend that game. So that's
Nor am I.
unfortunate. Yeah, can't do it.
Why
But
not?
It's going to be an event.
it really is.
Who do you
And
have? Who do you guys have for this game?
Oh, are we picking?
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Wait, Brent, before you pick, I want you to tell your story about Brent went to the game last year.
I did go last year. I did
So
go
did
And
I.
last year. Got invited to go. We had a lot of fun. We sat in the I don't know if it's north south or north end zone or south end zone, but everybody was respectful. It was fun. That place. I haven't been to a game since I think I went with Izzy and Tony to the A&M Alabama game about a decade ago. So I haven't been into Kyle Field. I hadn't been in quite a while, and that is an intimidating place to play. And yet, as a fan, just watching it, y'all get crazy. I mean, everybody gets crazy, but that was impressive. I was really pleased that the defense showed up, was able to, hey, hold A&M without an offensive touchdown. It was a lot of fun. After the game, we had to wait like 45 minutes for the stairwells to clear out. So it was good. It was a lot of fun. I'm really, really glad that these teams are playing again because it was ridiculous for what 10, 12, 13 years, whatever it was that we weren't playing each other.
did
So
did you hear that thorn he shoved in our side where he talked about how we didn't score one offensive point? He likes to like do that. Like he'll talk it through and
Well,
then
he's just stating a fact.
he
It's
throws
nothing a
that in
thorn. It's
there.
just a fact. It's not a thorn.
yeah.
You
Anyway,
know, they also won the game. I don't know if you knew that or not.
yeah, they
17,
did.
17-7. It was a
Yeah,
good
and
win.
yeah,
Good win.
yeah. But the only score we had is when we intercepted a pass and ran it back 90 yards for a touchdown.
We're a
You know,
different team this year. All right, Brent, you can pick.
and we blocked a punt and we had
Yep.
it like inside their 5 yard line and couldn't score.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we
It was
struggle
good.
in the red zone still, but go ahead,
Absolutely.
Brent. Go ahead.
Yeah, you think y'all struggle in red zone. You should have seen us against Ohio State last year. Um, Look, I'm taking I'm taking us. I'm taking the home team. I'm taking UT. I like the way that the offense has looked the last 3, 4, 5 games.
Absolutely.
Arch looks pretty good. I
Looks
mean,
great.
he really does. You put his stats up for the last 7, 8 games against any other quarterback in the nation. They're great. The defense scares me a little. It started off pretty strong. The last 4 or 5 games, they've definitely shown there's some cracks in the armor there. But at home in a huge, huge game, a game that could maybe send us to the playoff. I think we show up and we throw everything at y'all. Y'all are a darn good team. Um, it obviously is not going to be easy, and this is truly a cliche time of you throw the record books out when these two teams play. Obviously, that's going to be the case again this year. Uh, However, I'm gonna take the home team. I like the way the offense is looking, and yeah, there we go. That's it. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna pick it. Actually, I got it at 38-32. Uh,
Golly.
Texas. Yeah,
No, I don't think A&M scores 32 points. No
Okay.
way.
Maybe I'm giving y'all too much credit, but
I think
the,
Texas scores at least 38 points, and I think A&M will be lucky to score 7. So I'm looking
I
at, yeah,
I
that's,
love that optimism
yeah. Well, I think it's coming. I don't see how A&M can finish 12-0. It's like impossible. They've never done it before.
because you're
Uh,
battered.
well, okay, yeah. I mean, a cat has 9 lives. A&M has 15 lives this year. I mean, if you watched lately the South Carolina game, he was absolutely horrible, and A&M was down 30-3 at halftime. The only reason why they even won the game is because South Carolina is so bad. But how did they give up 30 points in the first half?
no,
If they
that's a
do that
lot.
against Texas, they will lose. They will lose big.
Maybe,
They're
but
not, but
No,
why do
they
you
will,
think
but
they're
they're
that's a
gonna
gonna.
do
lot of
it?
credit. That's a lot of credit to A&M though. That
Yeah,
not all teams come back and win a game like that.
You're
See,
right,
even
and I was
even a
ready to leave at
Texas,
halftime. I
even a
was even ready.
Texas fan can like find a way to
Well, that was
compliment
nice of him to
A&M.
say, but you can't do that against Texas. They're
Well,
just far too
who's to say
superior.
they're gonna do it like that? I mean, the thing is that you get into binds. Every game in the SEC is tough. And same as Texas when they played Mississippi State. Mississippi State has proven to be garbage and Texas came back and beat them. It's the same situation. A&M came back and beat a garbage team, okay? So, that's enough out of you.
when you
What
make mistakes, do you live from them or do you continue to do them?
yeah.
Or do
What are you
you,
talking about?
so if you make a mistake and you like A&M, they screwed up in the first half, and
Right.
then the real team came through in the second half. Right? They
The
showed you
real
your
team.
talent. It showed you the coaching that can
The
actually
grit,
come out and
the
and
grind.
change things. Yes,
They,
and
they
that's
have
what
they have
A&M did in the second half. They destroyed them in the
the,
second half. That's what should have happened through the whole game.
the
They
fourth
stubbed
down
their toe,
play. The
and they
fourth
came
down
out
play.
flat.
The fourth down play was extremely fortunate, and that's what propelled them to win that football game.
Okay, all right.
Early in the second half. And they, like I said, a cat has 9 lives. A&M has got like 15 lives.
All right, what's
Okay.
your pick? I mean, I hate to even ask that. Can we move on from you? Let's pick and let's let me and Alex pick.
Well, I've already told you Texas is going to win by 31 points or more.
I mean, that's silly.
No,
It
it's
is.
not. It's legit.
Alex, do you want to go now?
And this will
Yeah,
get
I've
them, this
got
will
so
leapfrog them
Arch.
into the
They
college playoffs, by the way.
so
It
yeah.
might.
Anyway, yeah, it won't happen. Anyway, so Arch will have a mediocre game. Though he's not going to go over 225 yards. He's going to probably have about 2 picks at least,
Two
and
picks.
they're not going to score any more than 10 points in the game.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
got a big blowout with A&M winning. They can, and that's another one of my locks. Like I had my lock
It's
against.
the lock of the week.
Yeah, it's a lock of the week.
This is my
So
lock of the year.
the lock of
Okay.
the week is A&M destroys Texas
So you're taking
at
you're
their
taking the
place.
Aggies.
I am.
You know how
I
Yeah.
am.
confident I am about the A&M Texas game. You know how confident I am about this game. I'm not even giving points. Texas is getting 2.5 points. I don't need them. Texas doesn't need them.
It's not
They're
going
going to
to
beat them by
no.
30 plus points.
It's not going to come into play. That's fine. A&M's going to destroy them. Their defense. Arch isn't going to know what he's going to. He's going to look just like Ewers and Manning looked like against Georgia last year.
You
They're
know how
sitting
bad
there like, what the hell's going on? And it's the same thing that's going to happen to Manning again. He's going to like, they're good.
you know how
So yeah.
confident I am about this, about Texas winning?
We
Because I've got
know. We
I've
know.
got lots of money on the Longhorns.
Okay, and
And if
that's
it yeah, they can't the Aggies, I don't think, you know,
he's lost a lot of money this year, Brent. But okay,
but I'm
so
going to win it all back on this Texas game. And plus, because if A&M wins, then I have to go to the SEC championship, which really is going to cost me a fortune.
yeah, we've already got
So,
like
so
rooms and
we, so,
stuff.
so yeah, only if they win, right? So if they
Yeah.
lose, it saves me a trip to Atlanta, taking my family to Atlanta. Plus I win all the money that I lost this year. It'll be, I think it, and it's just so easy. It's just sitting there. Swami, y'all don't see
Okay,
what Swami sees.
Shardy,
Okay.
it's my turn, Shardy.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, I think like what Brent said, like you cannot, regardless of the team, you cannot take stats and you cannot take all that into consideration because I just think the um emotions are too high. But that's also, I also think with the way college football is now, that we're like the emotions aren't there as much. Like they're not like, these kids that are playing for the teams don't remember the rivalry. You know what I mean? They don't remember, like, they don't have the hatred, I don't think, for each other that they
Wrong,
used to
It's
have.
always there.
wrong.
No,
Why
that's
don't you ask
fake
Colin
news.
Simmons that and see what he says?
No.
Who's
Okay.
Colin Simmons?
Oh my
Oh
God. Brent,
boy.
please
Oh
tell
boy.
this girl who Colin
Okay,
Simmons is.
anyway,
Oh boy.
I think I'm gonna say
That was the most
um
ridiculous comment you've ever made.
Joe, okay, Kirk
Oh
Herbstreit. I listened to
Lord.
Kirk Herbstreit and Joey Galloway's podcast, and they both said A&M's going to win a close game by 3. They both said that. I think Ags by 90. That's what.
Oh, so
Don't
you're
do
taking
that.
you're gonna go along with your brother and go with A&M?
Yeah, I'm that.
Okay.
It's my lock of the week.
Is it possible for me to get action on the plus 90?
Yeah.
Don't do it. I
Yeah.
hate when you say that. You said that against the South Carolina game, and I'm
I
like,
say
God.
it every
Exactly.
time. I say it every time. It's just, I just say that every time because I just think, I'm telling you, things are different. I love like, I listen to all their interviews. I listen to those players. None of them are like, well, I'm not gonna say none of them, but you just don't, and I don't listen to Texas, Brent. So your
Why
guys
would
could
you?
be like, I did watch when Joe said, "Oh, they were foaming at the mouth and
They
they're
are.
so ready." Well, so I watched some of their interviews and I just thought they were very polite. Like I didn't see them foaming at the mouth or anything like that.
Again, you didn't see Colin Simmons talk, and you didn't. And
Yeah.
is Hill going to play? The linebacker going to play, Brent, or do you know?
I certainly hope so. He's what, probably a first round pick next year. I don't know what his agent's telling him to do, but I mean, he's got to show up. If he's got the ability to play with that broken bone in the hand, I got to imagine he will.
Yeah, that's key too if he plays.
Our dad broke his hand and played through it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can
Yeah,
do
but he was
that.
an Aggie. He wasn't a T-step.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh
Oh boy.
wow. Was that even called for?
No, it wasn't. My fault.
All in good
Alex,
fun.
apologize. We'll
I
never have guests
apologize.
anymore,
I know. I
Yeah,
apologize.
exactly.
I was good with Mr. Coy.
except you said TU.
I corrected myself. And I'm
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry, Brent.
That it's fine. We're good to go.
All right.
Brent actually is my least obnoxious Texas fan that I know.
I haven't had any Shiner Bach yet. Just wait.
But I also don't spend that much time with them, like when A&M plays it. Like I'm not around him that much,
You can't
like,
surround yourself with anybody that has burnt orange on
yeah,
when the game goes on.
yeah. So, I think that pretty much, we're not going to talk about Heisman because I'm not, I'm not impressed. Like I was actually looking at the top Heisman people compared to Joe Burrow's stats when he won Heisman, and it's so not impressive. And I just feel like it's that award is getting silly now, you know? That's
I
what I have to
Well,
say.
I
I would
wanted
like to.
Haynes King to win it until this most recent
Yeah, the last game.
Yeah.
the most recent game. Now there's some groundswell for love for Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's the man.
He's
he's
playing against nobody. He's running against
Oh,
nobody.
Yeah.
That's
I,
awful. I can't believe
I,
that.
Well, I
I
do have a stat, but so the QBR, we talked about QBR last week, and Arch was down to 63. He's up to 67.2. And Marcel Reed is at 79.2. So Arch is getting better.
Yeah.
I don't think Art should win Heisman. I don't think Marcel
no
should win Heisman either. Like
No.
I'm not an advocate for any of them, but I
I'm
do think
How many,
um
how many quarterbacks this year have got 4 touchdown passes, 1 receiving touchdown, and 1 rushing touchdown in the same game? How many quarterbacks have done that this year?
I don't
Against
know.
a
Or how many
scoring
I
again, how
don't
many
Arkansas
have
how many
team.
players have
Anyway,
done that this year? Just name one. I mean,
I
just
mean,
one. Against
are
the
those
SEC.
are those
Didn't you say for yourself every SEC game is a war?
are
You know?
those
not at
none
the
of those
A
end.
war.
are you talking stats from when he played Sam Houston?
I'm talking about when he played against Arkansas last week. He's gone this the whole season, right?
That's
Started
true.
yeah,
I
here
will agree with
and he's
that. He
done
has
this,
gotten
right?
better. Yeah.
And he's peaking now. He's peaking now. 6 touchdowns in one game,
He might
right?
have peaked last week. Last week might
the
have been his peak.
the
I
more
don't think so.
impressive, hopefully peaking on the team is going to be the offensive line. If the offensive line keeps
Yes.
doing a decent job, it's
100%.
coming
Yes.
together. They've changed it to a
Gelling.
little bit of quick
Yes.
releases. And one thing I've
Yes.
noticed recently is that, when it does break down a little bit and Arch comes up in the pocket and he kind of quits thinking and starts playing football, he's throwing the ball downfield effectively when he's moving forward in the pocket extremely well the last 3 or 4 games.
Hmm.
And y'all have got a great defense. So if y'all are pushing him out of the pocket or up in the pocket, stepping up, I'm hoping that he can make the good reads, throw the ball downfield, and hit some open
Yeah, you're
receivers.
right, Brent, because I was watching him panic and perform after he was panicking, and I was like, oof, like that made me a little uncomfortable, which is
He's
why I've had therapy appointments set up
he's
each day
there
this
you go.
week.
Not even of my most avid Longhorn fans would say, "Oh, he's considered for the Heisman this year." No, the other games count,
Just
but
the moose twits down there that
Yeah.
count. Yeah.
but he's looked he's looked a whole lot better the last
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 games, and the future is bright. Next year, he should be coming back, and yeah, Vegas is probably going to make him one of the top 2 or 3 Heisman favorites next year. Doesn't really matter for this game, but I like the way he's looking right now. I like the way the offensive line is looking. And I think we can score 35, 38, 30, something like that. I don't know if A&M can keep up.
Mm-mm. They
I mean,
can't.
they can. They
No,
can.
they can't.
A&M is damn good, but at home, rivalry game. I'll take Arch and the escalator up with Arch's abilities and the offensive line.
So you
Yep.
think that Texas struggles on offensive line? Do you think they're going to do real well against our really good defensive line and linebackers?
They're not that good.
I mean,
Oh
ugh,
Lord, help.
I don't know about
You're
that, but
but you beat the bottom half of the SEC bracket. Okay, there's not a single team that has a winning record in the
We can't
SEC
help it.
conference.
We can't help it that when we
Right.
beat someone, they cry and
You
lay down in a fetal position and don't perform for the
They
rest of the
get rid of
year.
their
you
coach. I
you
mean,
got rid
they
of
do
30
the
points. You
whole
gave up 30
restructure.
points to South Carolina in the
And
first
then we
half.
and then we
We already
allowed no
First
discussed that.
half.
more.
We already discussed that.
I'm
But you
telling you, you
still
know
gave up
what?
30
A
points. You're not
A&M
that
did
good.
that. They did that because they have not been taken like they're not, like there's no drama, and so they're not talking about A&M. So they're like, let's make this exciting, and that's why that happened.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what we say about Sark on some of these games. He hates boring football. That's why we like to go to overtime against Ole Miss or Mississippi State and
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Kentucky. And I
Yeah.
know I Texas. The season hasn't been anywhere close to perfect. I like the way we're seemingly rounding into form at the end. We'll see.
The Georgia game was a complete fluke. All
Oh,
right. It was.
come
Well,
I mean,
on.
seriously, it was. Think about what happened. They
Georgia's pretty
score.
good.
Georgia is good, but think about what happened. 14-10. Arch scores the touchdown. Great pass. Gets it to 14-10. You hold Georgia in the next drive, immediate drive. They're on their own 35-yard line, and they go for it on fourth and
Yeah.
four.
This
Who
is
does
this
that?
is like the 80th time
Who
we've
does
talked
that?
about this exact game, Brent.
Herb,
And
Herb,
then the onside kick. I mean, again, I
I
think
know.
it's great calls by Kirby, but either one of those, it doesn't happen. And guess what? Texas has a great chance to win that football game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was watching it with a buddy and going, nervous. I'm not gonna say scared, but nervous coaches make calls like this, and it worked. Everything Kirby did in that game worked.
Or
Um,
or
Texas
coaches
allowed it,
or coaches that have big balls.
that too.
Yeah.
and
That
Texas
too.
allowed it. They weren't equipped. Their coaching wasn't equipped to
Yeah.
handle that. So
It, there were some coaching failures in that game, but uh, yeah, I like my
That was
chances
last
at
week.
home.
Like we've already talked about that game. We've
Just remember,
exhausted it.
just remember this, okay? Kirby Smart owns Sark, but Sark owns Elko.
That's not
uh,
true.
that's
And Elko is a
What do you mean it's not true? He owns it. He beat him last year.
beat them
no.
last year.
Yeah,
We
Don't
did,
talk
and our team
about
was young.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
I mean that was
He
his
still owns
first
him.
year. Don't talk
Okay.
about his
Heck,
big
he
giant
goes.
brain.
He went to Kyle Field and just slapped him around. Said, "Here you go. Get you some of this.
Slapped
Get you
him
some of
Okay.
this.
around. I
So what's
Yeah.
mean,
our final
it was a
comments here?
very
No,
close game.
no
Okay,
offensive
let's
touchdown.
wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. I'm tired of listening to silliness, but I
I
do
know.
appreciate you on here, Brent.
Thank you, Brent.
I've
Yes.
enjoyed it. I really have.
Yes.
I hope Texas makes the bracket because then we'd bring you back, and we could
I
talk about those games.
There's a lot of things that have to happen for that. I'd love to see it, of course, but
It's
uh,
nice to have intelligent dialogue from a Texas fan instead of listening
Yes.
to
To
this,
that down.
whatever
Yeah.
it is.
What are you talking
So
about?
It's
Oh,
just
really?
silly. And
Yeah.
Brent, you heard, but
It's
like
silly.
we really did have fans say, "Man, it's tough to listen to him because and what's wrong with him? Is he
Uh,
like what's wrong?" And I'm
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
well, it's better than being biased like y'all two, okay? Especially you, Elizabeth.
"I'm not biased."
Oh my God.
You did just say
Look
added
at her.
by 90.
Yeah,
Add, add
and
my
she
90.
picked Ole Miss high because of her son's girlfriend.
That is not
She goes to
why.
Ole Miss.
That is not
Okay,
why. I
okay,
do
All
like
right.
okay.
Ashley, and I think she
I
talk
like
about
Ashley
knowing
too.
football. Talk about knowing football. She knows football, but I just think Lane can stick it to people, and I think he's a good coach, and it's gonna, I think it's gonna bode well for him
Brent, who is
when he
Mississippi?
stays.
Who is Lane Kiffin? What game has he won that's been so dramatic? What has he done? Last year he
Oklahoma.
lost to Florida. Remember when he lost to Florida? He would have been in
Oh
the
yeah.
college football playoffs and he lost
We're
to Florida.
don't talk about the like last year, like
I'm
how
talking about
that is
any year. Pick any year. I don't care.
okay.
Lane
Moving
Kiffin
on.
hasn't done it.
He's built a program there.
Yeah, that's average. And
Yeah,
with
Lane
this
Kiffin,
with
he's
no
horrible.
schedule
That's
this
the reason
year.
why Florida wants him. That's why LSU wants. That's why
Yeah,
every single university wants Lane Kiffin. But he's horrible. He's
he's
no good.
horrible.
I
He
didn't
has
You're
say
right.
not
he's
proven
horrible. He
himself.
just doesn't win the big game. I like
Okay.
And
Lane
that's why
Kiffin. He just
all
doesn't
those
win the big
people are
game.
going to pay him 90 million
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he
that's
can't win the
ridiculous.
big game.
He
that's right.
blows.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That doesn't make sense, but it's all right. Okay, we
Okay.
got to wrap this up because Brent has to go to work tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
So,
I mean,
Thanks,
we all
Brent.
do. Hey, thanks for being on, Brent, and good luck. May the best people win on Friday, unless it's Texas, and then
Well,
that's not.
I hear you, and I appreciate the camaraderie. It's fun stuff, and hook 'em horns, and we'll talk to y'all later on.
All right. Peace out.
Right, y'all.
Deuces.
Later.
Wow. No, I can't like that.